Senior enforcement. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Olivia Wilson. And those are your senior cheerleaders. And last but certainly not least, here are our senior dancers. Starting first with Amaya Cutler. Amaya is accompanied by her mother and bonus dad, Tara and Kurt Leo, and her father, Michael Cutler. Amaya's plans involve finishing her EMT program and attending Ivy Tech to become a surgical technician. Ladies and gentlemen, Amaya Cutler! And last but certainly not least, make some noise for senior Abigail Singleton. Abigail is accompanied by her mother and father, Amanda and Sean Singleton, and her little brother, Nick. Abigail plans on attending WTU for early elementary education. Abigail Singleton! And one last time, Caveman fans in the stands, show some love and make some noise for your senior basketball, dance, and cheerleaders!
Brady, can I put you on? All right, Brady. All right, you're off.
Is sponsored by the following.
Midland Engineering Company, beginning their second century of quality roofing experience. School City of Mishawaka, growing leaders in a culture of excellence the Mishawaka way. And by the Mishawaka Education Foundation, granting a better future. Cavemen Sports is also brought.
School, we welcome you to Mishawaka Caveman basketball on this Valentine's Day as the Mishawaka Cavemen step out of Northern Lakes Conference play for a showdown from the Northern Indiana Conference, the South Bend Adams Eagles. Brian Miller is off tonight. I'm Darren Pritchett sitting in with the coach, Ron Heklinski, as we have our great perch above the cave here at Mishawaka High School, getting set for what always is a good matchup when these two teams get together. And Coach, this Mishawaka team probably burned the tape from Friday night as they had a really tough time with one of the best teams in the state, Northwood.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. They didn't score the basket. They didn't put themselves in any kind of position to take good shots. Northwood defensively is really sound. Cade Brenner, is a guy who might make the Indiana All-Star team. The Roush boys are big and good. And it was just a tough day at the office for the Cavemen. Now, the Cavemen got to come out here tonight, and they got to stop the bleeding. I mean, this is a big game for them. Historically, John Adams has been a really good basketball team. They're down a little bit this year. They're 7-11, and it's a good time for Mishawaka to play Adams. They need to get well. They need to feel good about themselves.
Both teams are trying to end three-game losing streaks tonight, and both teams, even though you want to win this game, I think right now, Coach, is it fair to say the coaches in this game and really across the state are starting to turn their attention a little bit toward preparing their teams for the sectional?
Yeah, I think that's correct, but I think in preparing your team for the sectional, the next game is always the biggest game on your schedule. And so I know Chad Johnston, I know Bodie Bender, and both guys are going to coach their brains out tonight. And a sectional draw, sectional talk, sectional practices, it doesn't matter. This game is about coming out and trying to get well and trying to stop the bleeding for both of these teams. John Adams, there's no getting around it. They've had a couple bad losses here. They lost at New Prairie 60-49. And they lost to a very average Gary Andrean team at Andrean, 62-46. So those are losses. When I look at their schedule, those are losses that I would call bad losses. I wouldn't call the Goshen loss, and I wouldn't call the Warsaw loss a bad loss because, it came down to the last possession on both of those games. The Warsaw game, the Cavemen had a 10 or 11-point lead in the fourth quarter, committed 11 turnovers, and had that basketball game and just couldn't finish it out. The game against Northwood, you can say, whatever you want to say, it's a bad loss. It's a bad loss because you didn't compete.
Yeah.
And, that's why it's a bad loss. So both of these guys are coming out here and would sell the farm to get this win tonight.
And I think that's the one thing that was concerning about the Northwood game, that Northwood's a great team, and I'm not taking anything away from them. They have a great chance to go a long way in the tournament. If it's Northwood and Marion down the line, that's going to be a tremendous game. But I felt like watching the replay of that game that the effort wasn't where it has been all year for Mishawaka. And as a coach, I think that's more frustrating than the execution of the basketball team.
So when you're getting ready to play the number 1 or number 2 team in the state, depending on which poll you look at, and your starting guard's not playing that night, I mean, your starting guard that's averaging 14.3 is not playing that night. Let's just say it like it is. There's an issue right there, and hopefully they got that issue squared away. Hopefully they get whatever things are ailing them squared away, and can start playing basketball like they did in the mid part of this season.
Coach, you know this team so well since you coached these guys last year. They haven't played their best basketball the last 3. How much of their struggles do you think ties in with the fact that Brady Fisher has missed those games with an injury?
Well, I think anytime you take away a kid that's averaging 11 points a game, he's averaging about 6 rebounds a game, he's a steady force on your team because nothing phases him.
Yeah, true.
I mean, in football, he takes every snap, he handles the football on every play, and nothing phases him. And then he has the ability to score around the basket, and he has the ability to get easy baskets for you. And when you take that away from your team, and every basket that you have to get is a tough basket, that's a lot to take away from your team. Now I know next Friday he gets his cast off, and which will give him some time, depending on what the draw is, to get some practice time in.
Coach, you've watched most of these games. You've watched the 3-game losing streak. Give me something tonight in the first 4 or 5 minutes that we should watch out for from a Mishawaka perspective that might tell us the end result tonight could be better.
Well, I just think total intensity, man. I think running the floor, getting back on defense, and Adams is going to play a little crazy. I mean, Adams is going to get up and down the floor and try and push the ball hard. So transition defense for me will be a key as I watch the first part of this game. And then where's the scoring going to come from? Are the lineups a little different tonight to start this? And where's the initial scoring going to come from? And then getting off to a good start for Mishawaka.
Well, you mentioned Adams. They're going to play a frantic style. I worry about turning the basketball over and bringing the ball up the floor, or even your half-court set, Coach, because that could lead to some really tough decisions you got to make in transition defense, trying to slow down their speed and athleticism.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. This is not the Adams team of the last few years. I mean, this is a different team. This is a younger team, so they're going to make some mistakes also. Mishawaka averages about 12 turnovers a game. If Mishawaka can stay in that range, then I think they'll be in this game. They average about 11 offensive rebounds a game. That's been a strength of theirs. And if they can get second shots, I think they'll be in this game and have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, the Mishawaka lineup is drastically different tonight for the second consecutive game. There are some disciplinary situations going on with this Mishawaka team. So you've got Jackson Snyder and Rasan Johnson in the lineup as always. Maddox Yohe goes in, Ace Troyer, and Anthony Nelson. So this is probably a group of 5 players that haven't practiced a whole lot together, let alone being on the floor together. So it'll be really interesting to see the type of start that Mishawaka gets off to tonight. In fact, I think back to last year when Mishawaka and Adams played at the Hadaway Shack. You had a disciplinary situation where you had a unique lineup, and that group got off to a great start. I think Mishawaka was up 4 or 5 points at halftime. So it's not time to throw in the white flag because your normal lineup is not in there. It's time for these 5 to execute at a high level.
Yeah, I don't think it's time to throw in any flag because it's a highly winnable sectional. You got some tough games down the stretch. You got the Career Academy on Friday. Leon's got those guys playing hard. Then next week you got Al Rhodes and Marcus Burton, and then you're playing at St. Joe, and then you're into the sectional. So I think it's 2 good weeks of basketball, and I think it's 2 good weeks of coaching hard basketball in practice and holding these guys accountable in games.
Is it fair to say that you just can't hope you flip the switch on the night of sectionals, everything's going to work out? You want a little momentum going into the postseason because last year's team had some hiccups late in the year, and they played a really good first half against Michigan City, just couldn't close it out.
You can't. I mean, flipping the switch in any sport, could be hockey, could be football, could be basketball. You have no chance to have long-term sustained success if you play with the switch. I mean, the switch is. I mean, when you walk on this court at 3 o'clock every day, the switch has got to be on, and it can never be. It can never be a deal where you say, "Well, now it's game time. Now I'm going to really get after it." You got to get after it at 3 o'clock, and we'll see. And we'll see what kind of practices the Cavemen have had this week.
Is it tough sometimes, Coach, to balance when your team is struggling? You want to practice them a little harder, but then at the same time, you're deep into the season. We are months into practices. Do you have to pick and choose when you go hard this time of the year?
Not for me, it isn't.
No.
No. Not for me, it isn't. I mean, your responsibility to wear that practice uniform and wear that uniform it's gut check time every time from 3 to 5:30. And if you can't take care of business then you're not playing on game night. And I know Bodie has those kind of beliefs also. So that's not even. I mean that's not even negotiable.
3 to 5:30, Coach. I'm exhausted just thinking about that at my age.
I miss it, man.
I'll bet you do.
I mean, I miss the practices. I don't miss the other stuff that goes along because I love being up here talking hoops. But the practices were always great.
You just need the head coach handles the X's and O's, and everybody else handles the parents and the discipline and all that stuff. You just coach. Wouldn't that be a perfect world?
No, that would. Guys would be coaching until they're 80. Are you kidding me?
That's right. Can you imagine coaching in the NIL era in college?
No. It's a wild, wild west. Come on. It's a wild, wild west.
It's unbelievable. I know we were talking the other day, just even at the non-powerhouse conference levels. NIL is a factor in the MAC and the Missouri Valley and the Big West. I mean, every coach has to deal with this, and I can't imagine how many nights they stay up thinking about grad transfers and who's leaving and who. It's going to be exhausting.
So I don't think there's any need for the NCAA anymore, to be quite honest with you. I don't think there's any need for it. The coaches are running it. The boosters are running it. And it's the wild, wild west. But high school is still pure. And Division III is still pure. And I think those are the places where you can get good basketball. And I'm excited for this one tonight.
All right, Ron Heklinski, Darren Pritchett with you. We'll take our lone break in the pregame show. When we come back, starting lineups and the opening tip. It's Adams and Mishawaka on 96.1 The Ton. Sitting in for Brian Miller. We've got some high school boys basketball action ready to go tonight. It is 7-11 South Bend Adams taking on 14-5 Mishawaka. Chad Johnson, the head coach of the Eagles, 21st season as a basketball coach, 287 wins. At Adams, 6 seasons, 92 and 56. The starting lineup for the Eagles tonight, we start with senior Jeremiah Love, averaging 11 points and 5 rebounds a ball game. Junior Amari Wesson, 9.4 points, 3.7 rebounds. Jarvis Tolbert, he is a freshman that has broke into the Adams starting lineup, 7.6 points and 4.1 rebounds. Tommy Hunt is a senior, averaging 3.6 points and 1.9 rebounds a ball game. And Brattain Van, the senior, their leading scorer at 18.4 points per game, 5.9 rebounds. And now for the Mishawaka Cavemen, their starting lineup tonight is a whole lot different than the norm. We start with sophomore guard Jackson Snyder, 3.7 points and 3.1 points per game. Rasan Johnson, a 6'3 junior, 9.2 points, 2.3 rebounds a ball game. 6-foot senior Maddox Yohe in the lineup, 3.1 points per game. Ace Troyer is a 6'2 senior, 1.8 points, 2.2 rebounds. And Anthony Nelson averaging 3.6 points and a rebound. Anthony is a 6-foot junior. So Mishawaka's leading scorer, Arthur Jones, at 14 points per game, is not in the starting lineup for a second consecutive game. Also, guys who have started this year, Cooper Pritchett, Tommy Herringer, not in the starting lineup. The Cavemen in their home whites, with Cavemen in maroon across the front. South Bend Adams in their road red with Eagles in white and each player's number in blue. In the first quarter, Mishawaka will work offensively from our left to right. Our 3-man officiating crew is ready to go. The ball is in the air. Johnson controls the tip into the backcourt. To my left, Maddox Yohe picks it up and hands it off to Rasan Johnson, who'll bring it up the floor against Adams' man-to-man defense. Johnson, one-handed pass, right wing for Nelson, right corner Snyder, tries to drive on Hunt, couldn't do it. Inside low block right for Troyer, couldn't get the shot to go. Rebound, Yohe near the basket. His shot wouldn't go from a couple of feet away. Rebound, Adams. Coast to coast come the Eagles. Down the right side of the lane, Rasan Johnson draws the charge on their leading scorer, Van. That's his first.
That's a big call right off the bat here because Van picks up a foul. Great defensive positioning by Rasan Johnson. What I talked about earlier in this pregame, getting back in transition defense, Rasan Johnson did a nice job of doing that.
Snyder, ball above his head, left wing, up top, Yohe, swings it right corner. Johnson sets his feet, fires the three, too strong. Rebound, Troyer, low block right. A little jump hook from 5 wouldn't go. And the rebound is tracked down by Van for South Bend Adams. We're scoreless, 7:12 to go. Opening quarter, Mishawaka in a man-to-man defense. Here is Jeremiah Love. Could he have a big night on Valentine's Day? Left corner, Wesson drives on Yohe, shut off by Snyder and Yohe. Lobs it cross court right to Van. Right corner, 3 taken by Hunt. Missed it, long rebound to Jackson Snyder of Mishawaka. We're looking for our first points. Johnson, left corner, bounce pass right corner, but he threw it on the end line, looking for Nelson. Turnover gives the ball back to South Bend Adams, and a rugged start for both squads.
Both teams with 1 turnover, no points yet, which means the defense has been pretty good.
Love across the center stripe, bounce pass, top of the key for Tolbert. Tolbert guarded by Troyer. Picks up his dribble, goes right sideline for Hunt. Working on Anthony Nelson. Way out front is Hunt. He goes now into the right corner. And he finds Jeremiah Love. Had it knocked away by Yohe. Picks it up outside the arc. At the right wing is Love. Fires it top of the key for Tolbert. Uses the screen, dribbles to the right wing, now dumps it up top. Love, left side, making the catch. Van fires the three and misses it. Battle for the rebound, weak side. Wesson out jumps Snyder for the basketball. He sends it to the top of the key. Love drives down the left side of the lane, and he lays it in for two. 2-0 Adams, 2 minutes into the ball game.
Nice job by Jeremiah Love to finish with that left hand and get into the lane and go hard.
Here is Snyder at the right wing. Bounce pass, right sideline for Nelson. Dribbles to the middle of the lane. Up top, Yohe swings it left wing for Johnson. Rasan Johnson guarded by Wesson. Dribbles to the free throw line. Shut off. Wesson knocks it away. Johnson gets it back. Jump step. Goes toward the bucket. 5-footer off the rim. Goes all the way around. It wouldn't go. Rebound Adams. Here comes Love down the middle of the lane. A runner from 5 is good. Love has 4, and it's 4-0. South Bend Adams, and exactly the start Mishawaka didn't want.
Transition defense. Love took the ball coast to coast, and no one stopped the ball and got to the rim.
Snyder fires it from the right wing down low. It went off a Mishawaka hand, but they missed the call, and it's going to be Mishawaka basketball, baseline right.
You got to put a little touch on that lob pass into the post. That was like a line drive.
That was like a Sammy Sosa line drive right in the day, right?
Yeah, home run number 62.
Had to sneak in one baseball thought for you.
No, pitchers and catchers, come on.
I love it. Snyder dribbles out front, goes left wing for Yohe. He's outside the arc, guarded by Love. Bounce pass, left side of the floor. Johnson backs down, left block. Flopping is Love. Does he draw the foul? He does. Offensive foul, Rasan Johnson. He took the charge on Van a couple of moments ago.
You can't put your shoulder down. You just got to bounce, bounce with your feet, but don't lower your shoulder. That was really a good call by the officials. He did charge.
4-0 Adams, 4:55 to go in the first quarter. Here is Hunt dribbling to the top of the key. Now he's between the circles, picks up the dribble, goes left wing for Tolbert. One dribble, fires it right wing for Love. Behind the back dribble, he falls down. Snyder picks up the loose ball, 3-on-2 the other way. Snyder goes left side. Johnson layup, good, and a blocking foul. And the Cavemen get on the board. 3 minutes and 23 seconds into the ball game.
Rashawn Johnson is very, very good with his left hand. He's a right-handed player, but he's very accomplished at finishing with his left hand. He gets a chance to make a three-point play the old-fashioned way, and he gets Mishawaka on the board with 4:37 left in this first quarter.
And Coach, a big call. Van, their leading scorer at 18 a game, picks up his second foul, and he goes to the bench.
That's just a tough play. Their best player now with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. We'll see how long Chad keeps him out.
Teron Barr checks in for Van. Johnson hits the free throw. It's 4-3 Adams with 4.5 to go in quarter number 1. Cavemen stay in their man-to-man defense. Love picks up his dribble. A couple of feet away to his left, hands it off to Hunt. Hunt now between the circles, guarded by Snyder. Looking around, passes right corner for Barr. Can't penetrate on Yohe, who shuts the door, and he forces a bad pass. Stolen away by Yohe. Picked up by Snyder, coast to coast, missed it. Rebound, Yohe from 3 feet. He left it short. Rebound to the free throw line, Barr, he's got it. He'll go coast to coast for the left-handed layup. Teron Barr averages 3 a game. He's got 2, 6-3 Adams, and the Cavemen have missed 3 layups already. Low block right for Troyer, couldn't handle it. Ball off his hands, out of bounds. Timeout, Bodie Bender and Mishawaka. Adams 6, Mishawaka 3. We're back in 30 seconds on 96.1 The Ton.
When your company needs a solution, not just a sign, call U.S. Sign Crafter. When it comes to custom-made signs, U.S. Sign Crafter, based on this skill, has over 30 years of value, innovation, communication, and experience in development. U.S. Sign Crafter offers a wide variety of products and professional services backed by the region's only legal warranty. Whether your company needs a solution locally or nationally, U.S. Sign Crafter has you covered. To see their work, check out their gallery on their new website,
Oh boy.
USSignCrafters.com.
It's a rough start.
Along with the coach, Ron Heklinski, Darren Pritchett high above the cave, where Adams has a 6-3 lead on Mishawaka with 3:50 to go in the opening quarter. Adams shooting to the bucket to our left against Mishawaka's man-to-man defense. Tolbert at the top of the key, chest pass, left wing for Barr. He bounces it low block left for Wesson. Works on Johnson, middle of the lane, jump step, comes through to the bucket and lays it in for 2.
Really nice up and under by Wesson. There's a turnover by Mishawaka, and Tommy Hunt scores it.
All right, so 4 quick points, and Mishawaka is down 10-3 with 3:18 to go in the first, and this looks eerily familiar from Friday night. A slow start for the Cavemen. Low block left, Troyer has it, one dribble, fires it way out front, Snyder, gets by Hunt, gets to the free throw line, goes opposite corner right. Yohe fakes the shot and then throws it to the wrong person. He throws it to Jeremiah Love. He thought Nelson was to his right. Here comes Wesson, driving right baseline, and he threw it off the side of the backboard, going for a tough angle layup. Rebound, Mishawaka. Down by 7, Snyder left corner 3. You betcha! Snyder hits 31% of his threes. He knocks down that trifecta and a much-needed 3. It's 10-6 Adams. Back the other way, Hunt for 3. Couldn't answer from the right wing. Weak side rebound, Rasan Johnson. He'll go coast to coast. Anybody going to stop him? Comes down the lane, traveled. Yep. There was contact, but he was in traffic, Coach, and he was taking a little bunny steps and got caught.
Well, it's a 6th turnover for Mishawaka. That's a big possession because you're just coming off of a Jackson Snyder dagger where he knocks down a 3 and stops the bleeding a little bit. Now you get a chance to maybe string a couple buckets together, and you don't get a chance to do that.
Jack Troyer enters the ball game for Maddox Yohe. So both Troyers in the ball game with Snyder, Nelson, and Johnson. Adams by 4. Here is Barr. Right elbow, 13-footer, missed it. Weak side rebound. Johnson had it batted away by the guy just in the ball game, Dayon Woods. They're on the floor in a tie-up, and a great play by Woods, making an impact immediately coming off the bench for Tommy Hunt.
Man, you got to take care of the ball a little bit better. That's 7 turnovers for Mishawaka, and Rashawn Johnson goes out. Maddox Yohe comes right back in with Jack Troyer, Ace Troyer, Jackson Snyder, and Anthony Nelson.
10-6 Adams with 2:04 to go in the first. Inbound near the center stripe. Wesson makes the catch, immediately hands it off to Woods. Woods right top of the key. Handoff to Barr. Lobs it in the middle of the lane, making the catch in traffic. Love off the glass from the right block, wouldn't go, but he gets his own rebound with 3 Cavemen in the area. And now going to the bucket, Love, and I think he hooked the defender and gets called for the offensive foul.
That is the 3rd turnover for the Eagles, and it's a tough lineup for the Cavemen because there's not a lot of pure scorers out there, and Mishawaka on the defensive end is doing a pretty good job keeping themselves into this basketball game by playing good defense.
Love goes to the bench. Hunt back in. Yohe pass to the right corner for Jack Troyer, batted out of bounds by Jerron Barr, who has been quite noticeable since coming off the Adams bench. 1:39 to go in the first, 10-6 Adams. The Eagles average 57 points per game, allow 61. The Cavemen score 59, give up 51. Oh, that was a carry maybe on Jack Troyer, not called. Hands it off to Yohe at the right wing to the free throw line. Bounce pass, left block, Ace Troyer makes the catch. Jump hook from 3 feet is up, and it's good. 10-8.
Nice job by Maddox.
And a bad pass by Woods. Snyder tries to go coast to coast, but Hunt knocks it away, saves it from going out of bounds. Yohe picks it up and lays it in for 2, and we're tied at 10 with 1:08 to go in the first.
The action fast and furious here. We can't even get a sentence in.
All right, here is Woods driving left side of the lane, and he was bumped in a foul against the Mishawaka Cavemen, and it's going to be Anthony Nelson picking up his first personal foul, team second.
If you're Coach Bender, you like to look at this scoreboard now, 10-10, with a minute 3 and maybe 4 or 5 of your best players not in the game.
And he might just stick with this lineup if they stay ahead or close. Who knows? Woods, right top of the key for Adams, behind the back, crossover, 10-footer from the middle or the right side of the lane, rattles around, wouldn't go, rebound, Jackson Snyder, and Adams has gone cold. They are up 10-4, it's now 10-10, and Mishawaka can play for 1. Nothing from Coach Bender, he says, let's go. Nelson, right corner, 3, rattles around, wouldn't go. Ace Troyer battling for the rebound, 2 Eagles are on him. Barr has it, might have been bumped by Troyer out of bounds, but they don't call the push. They call out of bounds to Mishawaka with 37 to go in the quarter.
That's the 5th turnover by Adams. Adams secured the rebound but just had no space to go with it.
Inbound to Troyer at the right block, and Ace Troyer lays it in for 2. He's got 4, and Mishawaka has their first lead at 12-10.
A little screener play where Ace set the first screen, and then he got the second screen for a wide open end out of bounds play.
Let's see if Adams plays for 1, 20 on the clock. Barr, crossover on Jack. Troyer can't get to the bucket. Great defense by Jack. He swings it left corner. Hunt drives left baseline, shut off by Yohe. Now pass to the left wing. Tolbert has it, accelerates toward the bucket, and another charge taken this time by Maddox Yohe of Mishawaka.
Maddox Yohe, his first 2 years playing basketball here at Mishawaka, his freshman and sophomore year, took a ton of those charges and will sacrifice his body for the good of the team.
8.7 seconds to work with. Man-to-man full court pressure by Adams. Mishawaka to come the length of the floor. They inbound very carelessly. A soft inbounds pass. Jack Troyer to Maddox Yohe batted out of bounds. Fortunately, 7.7 seconds to go. You can't be soft on a pass against man-to-man full court pressure.
Especially against Adams' quickness.
They inbound to Snyder under the Adams basket. He accelerates to the center stripe, left side, to the left wing. Left corner, Nelson for 3. You betcha! With 1 in the clock, he hits it. And 11 straight points for Mishawaka to end the quarter. After 1, Mishawaka 15, Adams 10. This is Cayman basketball on 96.1 The Ton.
Hi, I'm Megan from Monterey. For years, Monterey Mexican Bar and Grill in Mishawaka has been known for serving the most authentic Mexican food.
Ace Troyer has 4 points to lead Mishawaka. Jeremiah Love has 4 to lead Adams. The Cayman get the first possession of the second quarter. Arthur Jones and Cooper Pritchett check in. They set up Jackson Snyder, right wing 3, rimming no. Rebound to Barr and Adams. They come from our right to left. And it's been a while since they've scored. They've given up 11 straight. Woods left wing, Jones all over him. Jones takes it away. Jones coming down the floor, middle of the lane, one man to beat. Right-handed layup, good. He scooped it in around Barr. Immediate impact for Arthur Jones. It's a 13-0 run. Driving right baseline is Love. He missed the layup. And a very, very late whistle after the ball hit the floor.
That's a bailout call right there. He didn't have a shot, and he got bailed out. So Love at the free throw line looking to stop the bleeding for John Adams.
They call it on Cooper Pritchett, who was the help defense with Maddox Yohe. Third team foul. The ball hit the floor before he called it. It was almost like one of those, if he makes it, I'm not going to call it.
Yeah.
Which drives you nuts?
No, it would. That's why I'm not coaching. That call is why I'm not coaching.
Adams shoots. That's the only reason.
It's the only reason.
Adams shoots
Call it when it happens, right?
Adams shoots 60% from the free throw line. Love missed the first. Second is up and good. His 5th point. 17-11. That ends the 13-0 Mishawaka run. Oh, bad pass, Arthur Jones. He lobbed it cross court looking for Yohe. Love picked it off and had an awkward layup. He didn't get all the way to the bucket. He misjudged it and threw up an air ball. Caven with a rebound. Here comes Arthur Jones down the lane. Bank shot from 6 feet is good. Arthur averages 14. He's got 4 in the quarter. It's 19-11 Mishawaka. All right, Adams with the ball. Bucket to our left. Wesson passes left wing for Barr. Guarded by Jack Troyer. Bounce pass, low block left. Love spins to his left. 6-footer middle of the lane. Missed it. Rebound Mishawaka. Do you think about bringing Van back in with 2 fouls if you're Adams?
Yeah, I mean, you got to see how this shakes out here, but
Jones, a fadeaway 13-footer, missed it. Rebound, Jackson Snyder at the right side of the bucket and lays it in. He's got 5. Biggest lead of the night for the Cavemen. It's 21-11 with 6:15 to go in the first.
Mishawaka being very opportunistic here, getting some offensive rebound baskets. Jackson Snyder contributing. Ace Troyer contributed while he was there.
Barr, a right corner 3, missed it. Long rebound, Jack Troyer. I talked to Chad Johnson this week. He said we're taking too many threes. The Eagles shoot 29% from the three-point line.
You know, it's not about taking too many, you're missing too many.
That's a very good point. Jack Troyer, left wing, dribbles top of the key. A very soft bounce pass, right block, looking for Pritchett, batted away, but it goes to Jones. He goes inside Pritchett, turns and gets called for an offensive foul as Jeremiah Love snuck underneath him, and he picks up his second foul, and that's probably it for him for the first half.
Cooper just got into a position where the Adams defender had good position on him.
Yep.
Cooper turned looking for an up and under move and dipped his shoulder for a second.
14 foul against Mishawaka. 5:35 to go. First half, the Cavemen lead by 10. They stick to their man-to-man defense. And Van is back in the game. Left wing side where the ball is Barr. He tried to bounce it inside left. The ball is booted out of bounds, and it stays in possession of Adams. Meanwhile, Hunt out, Tolbert back in for head coach Chad Johnston.
Very difficult to feed the post from the wing because Mishawaka's so help side oriented, and the help side will come.
Errant pass, stolen Jackson Snyder, one-on-one. Got hit by Barr, missed the layup, no call. The official right there got screamed at by Chad Johnson for 20 seconds at the end of the quarter, and he didn't make the call. Adams turns it over again, and Rasan Johnson goes in with the left hand, lays it in for 2. He's got 5. That ref got a little whistle scared there, I think.
This is just what the doctor ordered. The Cavemen are playing really good half-court defense, forcing turnovers, and John Adams is obliging them on that.
Fan has not scored. He averages 18 a game. He's got it left side. He picks up his dribble, goes now left baseline, hands it off to Tolbert. Tolbert guarded by Pritchett. He's out front. Tolbert to the free throw line, passes right side. Van penetrates, couldn't get to the bucket. Yohe and Pritchett combined to shut the door. Now a jump step in the lane, a wild shot by Tolbert from 7 feet off the glass, and it's good, his first 2.
It's actually a nice little Euro step by the freshman.
23-13 Mishawaka, 4:14 to go in the first half. Snyder has the basketball outside the arc, right corner. Left-handed dribble to the top of the key. Now hands it off to Jones, right top of the key. Dribbles down the lane, stops opposite left. Pritchett from the left block, kisses it off the glass for 2. He averages 6.4 points per game. He's got 2, and it's 25-13 in favor of Mishawaka with 3:48 to go in the first half.
That's a great dish by Arthur, driving down the lane, forcing the help to come, and then Cooper has his footwork done and just powers it in.
Love goes in for the left-handed layup, and he missed it short. Rebound, Yohe, and the Cavemen have the ball, leading by 12 over halfway through quarter number 2 here at the Cave. Both teams looking to halt a 3-game losing streak for Mishawaka. They're trying to get the bad taste of the hammering they took from number 1 Northwood on Friday. Cross court left, Yohe catches, shoots the 3, and he missed it long. Rebound, Wesson, here he comes in a hurry. Front court, Euro step, down the middle of the lane. He missed a layup. Rebound Johnson, he's grabbed from behind, and a foul against Tolbert. Oh, they call a jump ball, no way. Oh, come on.
That's why you got out of coaching, man. Come on.
Am I wrong? You can say I'm wrong.
No, he was all over his back. It should have been a foul. Should have been a foul. So that's probably 2 or 3 times now where Adams has come down and used a nice little Euro step, but couldn't complete the play and finish.
25-13 Mishawaka timeout. Adams, we're back in a minute on 96.1 The Ton. I'm sorry, Arthur Jones, excuse me.
Barr had a great look at a little 10-footer, just couldn't knock it in. And that's been the story of this second quarter for Adams, as Adams goes to a 1-3-1 defense.
Johnson, left elbow. Cross court, right corner, Snyder. Pass to the baseline. Pritchett kind of went to the high post. Turnover. Adams has it. Coming down the left side of the lane, a runner from 6 off the glass. Would not go for Hunt, and a rebound for the Cavemen. It's not like Mishawaka's playing stellar defense. Adams is getting to spots on the floor they want. They're just not hitting shots, Coach.
Yeah, that's been the problem here in the second quarter.
Jones, left top of the key, 3, rattles around, wouldn't go. Rebound, Tommy Hunt for Adams. Here come the Eagles, down 12 with 2:05 to go in the quarter. Love at the right wing, looks around, passes right corner to Wesson. Gets a screen from Love, dribbles now toward the front court and stops 25 feet from the basket. Cross court left for Hunt. Hunt dribbles to the top of the key, behind the back dribble, right elbow, now weaves back outside and goes top of the key, Wesson. Spin move, 5-footer, wouldn't go. Foul on Nelson, the weak side defense.
Nice job by Wesson to get into the paint. The 6-foot junior took off left, spun back to his right, and got hacked. And will go to the free throw line to try and get John Adams back into this game a little bit. They trail by 12 with 1:42 left in this first half.
Amari Wesson at the free throw line, a 56% foul shooter. The righty fires the first, rattles around, wouldn't go. Adams 1 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Mishawaka is 1 for 1.
Very consistent as to what Adams has done in this second quarter, and that is not make any baskets.
Second shot is up, front rim, backboard and through. Wesson has 3 points. Mishawaka 25. Adams 14 with 1:38 to go in the first half. Little token half-court pressure for Adams. Nelson inside, Pritchett. Kind of got hit from behind. The defender went through his back. Ball tipped out of bounds by Adams. It will be Caveman basketball. There's not been a foul called on Adams since Chad Johnson threw, well, a fit at the end of the first quarter, and the officials have not called anything on Adams. Right wing 3, Arthur Jones. He knocks it down, 7 in the quarter, and it's 28-14. That barking can make a difference. You did that from time to time as Arthur Jones takes it away. It can be effective.
It can be effective when you are correct.
Jones top of the key, 3. You betcha! An early dagger by the Cavemen. 31-14. Or should I say a club, not a dagger? A Caveman would not have a dagger, right?
A spear, maybe.
Okay.
A spear.
Okay, we'll go with that. Hunt, right wing, free throw line, stops, 13-footer, back iron, wouldn't go. Wesson the rebound, right baseline. Hook Snyder, no call, reverse layup is good. Wesson has 3 in the quarter, 5 in the game.
Nice job by Wesson to use the rim for protection on that reverse layup.
40 seconds to go first half, 31-16. Inbound into the backcourt for Arthur Jones. The Cavemen can play for one with 37 to go on the clock. Do you like that? As Jones pickpocketed from behind, picks it up, double teamed and fouled finally. They called a jump ball.
So I don't like playing for one when you're not real sure about handling the ball there.
Valid point.
I mean, take the ball and drive it to the basket. That's Coach Bender's second timeout of this half. And I'm always leery about calling those in the last 30 seconds of a half because, I mean, coming down the stretch, you never know when you're going to need a timeout.
Great example was the Goshen game. They didn't have a timeout to set up the overtime play. No, it was Warsaw. They didn't have a timeout, so they inbounded 30 feet in the backcourt and had to shoot a 70-footer at the buzzer.
Yep.
That's where a timeout could have come in very handy because you want the ball down the floor, and we only had one person in the front court on that long pass. Sometimes the coach has to rely on basketball IQ. In that moment, only one individual was down the floor in a shooting position with 1 second to go. But
yeah, and the other side of that coin is you can't take them with you. You can't take the timeouts with you at the end of the game, so you might as well use them. Maybe Coach Bender's thinking that in the fourth quarter, this game ain't going to be tight. We're back on our game now. We're playing solid defense, and maybe he just wants to work on something here in the half court, the last 32 seconds.
From the center stripe, right side of the floor, Rasan Johnson will inbound in the backcourt to Arthur Jones. Let's see if the Eagles trap again as he brings it across the center stripe. Looks like they're going to play straight up this time, and they will. 25 on the clock. Mishawaka leads 31-16. Cavemen should play for one. This has been an issue throughout the year. Jones penetrates with 19 and lays it in from the left side.
I mean, I'm not sure I would guard Arthur Jones skin to skin 40 feet away from the basket.
He's got 12 in the quarter. The lead is 15. 7 on the clock. Van, right side of the lane, goes up for the shot. Short, gets his own rebound. Layup good from the right side. That's his first two. Half-court shot, and even a little bit longer, as a matter of fact. Comes up short, and we have reached halftime. The game started with Adams ahead 10-4. Mishawaka goes on a 13-0 run to take the lead. And as they head to halftime, it's Mishawaka 33 and South Bend Adams 18. We'll add up the stats and come back with those numbers in a couple of moments. This is Caveman basketball on 96.1 The Ton.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Mishawaka 33 and Adams 18. The Eagles are already out on the floor shooting around, and here come the Cavemen out of their locker room to get set for the second half. How about I give you the individual stats, and then Coach brings some of the team numbers. For the Adams Eagles at 7 and 11, Chad Johnson got 5 points from Jeremiah Love and Amari Wesson. Retain Van, their leading, scored 18 a game, only has 2 points, and he also picked up 2 fouls. Also at 2 points, Jerron Barr, Jarvis Tolbert, Tommy Hunt. For the Mishawaka Cavemen at 14 and 5, Arthur Jones played only in the second quarter, a game-high 12. Jackson Snyder and Rasan Johnson with 5. Ace Troyer had 4. Anthony Nelson 3. Maddox Yohe and Cooper Pritchett with 2. Jack Troyer played but did not score in the first half. Cavemen led 15-10 after the first. They outscored Adams 18-8 in the second quarter to lead 33-18.
A little bit of stats from the team concept here. Mishawaka Cavemen shooting the ball well from the field, 13 for 23 for 56%. They're also 4 out of 8 from the three-point line for 50%, and 1 of 1 from the charity stripe. They have 9 turnovers. The fact that they're making shots is the reason that they're up 15 points here. And when you look at statistically for John Adams, they're 8 for 21 from the field for 38% and have not made a 3. They're 0 for 3. And then they've turned the ball over 11 times, which just loses possessions for them. And it's easy to see when you look at their shot selection and the fact that they haven't made shots, and then the fact that they've turned it over 11 times, that they're down 15 points at 33-18 at the end of the second quarter. And so to start this second half, Coach Johnson needs to diagram some stuff and get them in some positions where they can score some baskets. And that's tough to do against Mishawaka, because Mishawaka defensively, they do a good job of guarding the ball. They do a good job coming from the help side. I think they've taken 3 charges in the first half, which is just recognition on the help side and finding the drivers and getting there to take a charge. Historically now, Mishawaka's come out in the third quarter of most games and played really, really well. So that does not bode well for John Adams unless they come out and shoot the ball well.
That's the coach, Ron Heklinski. Darren Pritchett with you at the Cave. 1 minute away from getting the third quarter underway. The Eagles in their road red. The Cavemen in their Under Armour home whites. The Cavemen back in action on Friday as they will take on, actually they'll go on the road, to take on South Bend Career Academy. It's a 7:30 tip on Friday. Then at Penn, I heard they're pretty good. And at South Bend St. Joe.
yes, they are.
That will send you into retirement, Coach, having to play Penn.
Well, the great Leon Johnson, my assistant coach for 4 years here, is the head coach at the South Bend Career Academy. And I will tell you, last Tuesday night, I went to watch him play against Clay High School. Clay beat the Career Academy 95-90. So it was one of those deals where nobody guarded anybody, and it was just whoever got the ball could go. And with a minute left in the game, it was a tie game. So the Career Academy can go. I would expect Mishawaka just to guard him and to take care of business on the west side of South Bend on Friday night.
Yep. And as a defensive coordinator on a basketball coaching staff, 95-90, that can't be a lot of fun watching that film.
Yeah, that was brutal. Trust me, that was brutal. Now let's see what adjustments John Adams has made. And we know what Mishawaka will do. They're trapping right now.
Here's Hunt, left side of the lane, goes up over the top of Arthur Jones, lays it in. That was a bad call. That was a bad call, Coach, because Hunt moved to his right to lay it in to get around Arthur Jones, and he moved to meet him, and they called the charge. I can't agree with that call, even though I was complaining Adams did not have a foul call against him in the second quarter.
Well, I will tell you this, when you take 3 or 4 charges during the game, sometimes the referees tend to think that you know what you're doing, and they give you more of those calls than they normally would probably.
I don't blame Chad at all on that one. That was a tough one. That was 2 they needed to get the third quarter underway. Arthur Jones, right elbow, 15-footer, short, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in as he beat Hunt to the spot. And now what do we have, a technical foul? Let's see.
Technical foul of Arthur Jones getting in the face of the Adams player. I think they might call that taunting maybe. And that's too bad. That's too bad. You don't need to do that. Nice move, nice play, got his own rebound. And let me just go back down to court and play.
So that will be a personal foul on Jones, correct?
Yes.
Free throw, Tolbert, front rim, no good. He is a 56% free throw shooter. And Jones is coming out, Maddox Yohe is coming in. 35-18 Mishawaka, 7:29 to go in the third. Second free throw, back iron, no good.
That is brutal right there when you put a free throw shooter up to shoot a technical foul and it's not even close. Chad's still going on the official about the charge call against Arthur.
Yeah. Can't blame him on that one, Coach. I'm on Chad's side on that one. All right, Adams with the ball, shooting to the bucket to our right. Wesson, right wing, guarded by Pritchett. Wesson, crossover, jump step, travel maybe?
That's
He took 3 steps, didn't he?
Walk a mile in my shoes.
I could score, Coach, with 3 steps. Left corner 3, Van missed it. Foul, Yohe got him on the elbow. And I think that foul might have been bought by the veteran Adams coach. Bodie's asking for the travel.
Coach Bodie just tried to demonstrate that move. I wish I had a device I could get him on the phone now because I would want to see him demonstrate that move again.
Well, then the ref demonstrated a little boot, scoot, and boogie 2-step. He forgot a step, though. He only did a 2-step.
Goodness.
As Van hits the free throw.
That is...
It's been a rough third quarter in the first 55 seconds for our hardworking Stripes. They have a tough job.
Yeah, no, and it's made tougher by these Euro step moves.
Correct.
That I've been doing this for 40 years. I don't know what a definition of a Euro step is.
Van hits all 3 free throws. He's a 64% charity stripe shooter. 35-21. Sounds like a football game between Mishawaka and Adams. The Cavemen lead by 14, full court pressure. Snyder picks up his dribble, lobs it front court. Nelson makes the catch. Hands it off to Yohe, right elbow, picks up his dribble, goes right wing for Johnson. No look pass down low. Snyder layup good. Snyder has 7. Speaking of football, that's a really good football player, Jackson Snyder.
Great off the ball cut by Jackson. Got a great look and knocked it in.
Here is Tolbert. Top of the key, swings it left side, Wesson. There's that Euro step. He had it knocked away by Nelson. Loose ball, Yohe brings it down the floor. Yohe then loses his footing. That was close to a travel. He gets it away to Snyder. Now to Johnson, the free throw line. Lobs it low block right. Pritchett, 5-footer over the top of Tolbert is good. Pritchett has 4, and it is now 39-21. Caveman with 6:10 to go in the third.
Nice job by Coop to gather himself and take that ball up strong.
Here is Hunt at the right wing. Gets a handoff from Wesson. He returns the favor. Number 3, Amari Wesson with the ball, right wing, guarded by Snyder. Chest pass, left top of the key, Van, guarded by Yohe. Bounce pass, low block left. Good help defense. Rasan Johnson, a head first dive, and he knocks the ball into the Adams bench.
I like this lineup that's on the court now for Mishawaka with Coop, Maddox, Anthony, Snyder, and Rashawn. It's a really good defensive lineup.
Love at the left top of the key, dribbles inside the arc, kicks it left corner. A 3 is buried by Tommy Hunt, and a timeout called by Chad Johnson in his 6th season at Adams, a highly successful coach wherever he goes. He calls a timeout. 5:42 to go in the third. 39-24 Mishawaka. We're back in 1 minute on 96.1 The Time.
Work done and then go strong. Got a chance to make a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Pritchett at the free throw line, 58%.
Go.
Right-handed shooter, delivers, and it is front rim, backboard, and through.
Eyes it, flies it, and he knocks it in.
How about that? Pritchett was 7, the lead is 18. Oh, beautiful move, Van. Right baseline, got by 2 defenders, but missed the chippy. Rebound, Yohe, foul, Van his third. He's frustrated, really good player, just can't get that ball to fall tonight. Tommy Herringer comes in for the first time, replacing Cooper Pritchett. So it is Herringer, Snyder, Johnson, Nelson, and Yohe. Full court pressure, Adams. They'll trap Johnson in the far corner. Bounce pass under the bucket, Snyder. Quick pass, Yohe. Front court, Herringer. Left wing, lobs it down low. Intercepted by Love of South Bend Adams. Love into the front court. He'll give it to Hunt, right baseline. Drives, Euro step, 7-footer, rattles around and falls through. Hunt has 7, 5 of those in the quarter. It's 42-26 Mishawaka, 4:40 to go, third quarter. Johnson had it stripped right sideline. And here comes Woods, coast to coast, down the lane. Right block shut up by Nelson. Good help defense, Herringer. Love has it. in the lane, 6-footer up and good, and he just screamed in the face of Herringer, which is what Jones did. No call this time. The same referee let that go.
Should have been taunting.
I mean, the same ref called it a moment ago. Be consistent, sir.
Chad Johnson would have gone out of his shoes if he had called a tech.
And timeout by Mishawaka because Maddox Yohe was double teamed along the sideline. They'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with Mishawaka in front 42-28. So, Coach, 3-game losing streak for Mishawaka. They got beat badly by Northwood Friday night. Are you seeing what you wanted to see from Mishawaka tonight in response?
Yeah, I think defensively, I think they're playing really, really good. I think offensively, Arthur Jones has had a really big impact in this game. I think he came in the second quarter and dominated the game. Third quarter, but couldn't. But I mean, in all honesty, couldn't get out of his own way. Are you kidding me? Make a basket, run down the other end of the floor. Now Arthur is back in this game, and I mean, offensively, I think Arthur will be able to do whatever he wants to do because Adams will guard him skin to skin at about 40 feet, and he'll just take it to the rack, like right there.
Arthur Jones back in trouble, goes left block. Herringer double team, tied up and had it stripped away by Woods. Turnover gives the ball to Adams. Wesson right wing, drives by Yohe, right block. Was almost gliding behind the basket, took a shot, was bumped by Yohe, and that bails out the Eagle guard, and he'll step to the free throw line for a pair.
Adams got to make free throws. There's no question about that. They missed 2 technicals. They've hit 3 out of 5 this half, and this will be important on this comeback trail if they want to get back into this game.
Wesson at the line, free throw, nothing but nylon. 56% free throw shooter, 2 out of 3 tonight. He's up to 6 points in the ball game. He averages 9.4.
Arthur's got to control this game. If they continue to press the Cavemen, the ball's got to be in Arthur's hands, and the Cavemen got to shoot layups at the other end.
Second free throw rattles around, uses the backboard eventually. It falls through. Johnson throws it away against full court pressure. A little 8-footer is missed by Barr. Offensive rebound, Wesson. A little reverse layup under the bucket, wouldn't go. Ball out of bounds, right corner to Mishawaka.
Got to control these turnovers now. This isn't even hard pressure. And a lot of it is where you catch the inbounds pass. If you catch the inbounds pass on the end line, it's like another defender there. Yeah. Space this court and don't catch it on the end line.
Snyder in the backcourt, lobs it middle of the floor. Jones, he'll bring it across the stripe. Left baseline, Herringer. He goes left wing, Johnson, dribbles left baseline, backs down Love, offensive foul, good call. He extended his right arm, trying to gain space against Jeremiah Love.
I think that's the second time that he's charged tonight. And there's nothing the matter with the 10-foot jump shot. I score 30 with a 10-foot jumper. Well, maybe not 30.
I remember the days of no three-point line when that 10-footer was a good shot. Nowadays, with all the analytics, it's like mid-range jump shots are bad shots, Coach. You want layups or threes. I haven't bought into that as the ball's batted out of bounds by Adams. Mishawaka ball.
Hey, to me, 2 points is 2 points, 3 points is 3 points. If you make a 2-pointer, are you going to tell me you'll take it off the board because it wasn't a 3? Analytics are good, but they don't take the place of playing the game.
3:20 to go, third quarter. The Cavemen lead Adams by 12. Hunt way out front, left side, guarded by Snyder. Top of the key, feet Love. Handoff, right wing Woods. Dribbles to the free throw line. Fires at left corner. Off Snyder's fingertips. It went off Hunt out of bounds, but the officials are going to give the ball to South Bend Adams.
Yeah, I don't, and maybe we just have a better vantage point being up here because that was clearly off.
Yeah.
Hunt's hands.
It was in front of the Adams bench. Hunt, right wing, in the paint, 5-foot runner, rattles around and falls through. Hunt's got 7 in the quarter, 9 in the game, and things are getting interesting. 42-32, the Mishawaka advantage with 2:50 to go in the third. Normally, Mishawaka dominates third quarters. Not tonight. Different story. Adams has the advantage. Backdoor cut, Arthur Jones, right side of lane, lays it up and in off a great feed by Rasan Johnson. Arthur has 16, 2 above his season's average, and he didn't play in the first quarter. What a job coming down the lane by Woods. He hung, left-handed layup wouldn't go, putback wouldn't go. Herringer had it knocked out of his hands, out of bounds by Jeremiah Love.
What's Tommy mad about? It's Mishawaka's ball.
Here come the Cavemen.
Get down the court, Tommy, and play.
They got it in quickly before they could set up their full court pressure, but Johnson driving left baseline, pickpocketed. Here comes Woods, left side of the floor. Picks up his dribble in the corner. Arthur Jones ties him up. Jump ball.
Mishawaka
Possession
ball.
arrow to Mishawaka.
It's a third turnover in this quarter by the Eagles with 2:07 left in the third, and the Cavemen up by 12. Rashawn Johnson having a tough time tonight, just handling the ball and turning it over. Mishawaka got 15 turnovers, and I'll bet Rashawn's got 5 of them.
2 minutes to go, third quarter. Mishawaka leads 44-32. On the big M, Yohe has it. High post, Herringer. Left wing, Nelson. Bounce pass top of the key, Yohe. Right wing, Herringer. Love the ball movement. Batted pass, but Yohe has it between the rings. Dribbles to the free throw line. Good feed. Herringer cuts to the bucket. 5-footer off the glass wouldn't go. Gets his own rebound. Got hacked, no call. Jump hook up from the baseline. 6 feet away, went all the way down and came out. Rebound, Adams. I love the ball movement. Tolbert, left baseline, no help defense, and he lays it in for 2.
Tommy got to come over quicker to get the help and pick that up. Foul in the backcourt by Tolbert.
Yep, he reached in on Arthur Jones.
So if I'm Adams and it's KYP, know your personnel, there's no way I'm guarding Arthur Jones skin to skin 50 feet away from the basket. You got to gap him, and just slide him up the court. And if you're Arthur, just beat that and play 5-on-4.
44-34, Mishawaka, 1:15 to go, third quarter. Kamen with the basketball. Half-court trap. Herringer high post right. Swings it right corner. Snyder for 3. You betcha. Herringer's a really good passer from the high post. He found Snyder his second 3. He's got 10. Back the other way. Hunt, right side of the lane, wouldn't go. Tapped up his own rebound. Too strong. Weak side rebound. The Cavemen have it, but a foul against Jackson Snyder of the Cavemen.
Jackson Snyder has played really, really well tonight. Shot the ball well, competed well, and when you talk about a player who would be a great boost to the Cavemen, he's averaging maybe 3.7 points a game. I think he's got maybe 10 tonight, and that's a huge boost to come out here and get some scoring for the Cavemen.
Barr at the free throw line. He's about 7 inches behind the free throw line as he shoots it and knocks it down. Hey, it works. He's 11 out of 14 on the year.
He's shooting a 16-footer from 15.
Yeah. It's
and making
working.
it.
Yeah, it's working.
If he shoots a 15-footer from 15, he's probably going to miss it. The back of the iron, right?
I don't know if I've ever seen anyone that far away. And it works. He knocks them both down. Nice work by Mr. Barr. He's got 4. And Adams is creeping closer. It's 47-36 with 50 to go in the quarter. Jones with Hunt all over him. What great defense by Hunt. Herringer to Nelson. Inside Snyder. Layup good and a foul. Jackson Snyder has 7 in the quarter, 12 in the game, and he steps to the free throw line looking for the old-fashioned three-point play.
It's a great pass by Anthony Nelson as he made the catch. And Jackson Snyder just kind of faded down the lane a little bit. Caught the ball and put it up off the glass, knocked it in, extends this lead now again to 13 points, maybe 14.
You're exactly right. As Snyder hits the free throw, he's 77% of the year. The foul went against Love, his second. 50-36 Cavemen, 40 to go in the quarter. Left side of the lane, 12-footer up and good by Dayon Woods, his first 2 of the night. Man-to-man, full court pressure. Yohe with the ball, guarded by Woods. They'll trap him at the center stripe. He dribbles away from it. Lobs it top of the key. Snyder. Left wing. Nelson for 3. You betcha! Triple for Nelson. That is his second of the night. He's got 6. 12 to go. And now losing control of the ball for Adams. Left corner was barred. Tried to save it from going out of bounds. Stepped on the baseline. Cavemen ball. 11.3 to go in the quarter. Up 15. They have to go the length of the floor.
That's exactly what Anthony Nelson does.
Jones got hit from behind and a double team on a foul against Adams with 8.9 seconds left. No free throws, 6-team foul. So you could say that was a good foul because Arthur was probably going to get to the bucket there. Although you'd like better defense not to have to foul.
Well, he's going to get to the bucket here, too.
Okay. 8.9 to go. They lob it backcourt. Arthur has it at the top of the key. To the center stripe, guarded by Hunt. Crossover at the top of the key with 3, with 2. Lobs it from 10 feet. It doesn't go. Offensive foul. He let go of the ball well before the contact, but that's a spot where the official felt like can't count the bucket, I guess.
Okay. Did I tell you or did I not tell you that he was going to get to the basket?
Yes, sir. So no basket, 1.7 to go. They inbound to Woods. Lobs it all the way down the floor for Hunt. Shot was after the buzzer, and we go to the fourth. Mishawaka 53, Adams 38. Caveman basketball on 96-1 the ton. In the third quarter. Adams with the first possession, shooting to the basket to our right against the Caveman man-to-man defense. Love, left sideline. Comes out front. Bounce pass, left side of the floor. Wesson inside the arc, squares up on Nelson. Yohe help defense, knocks it away. Ball goes off the arm of Nelson out of bounds.
Really good help side defense there. Wesson was getting ready to make an up and under move and get it to the rim, and the backside came and knocked it out.
Baseline left, Van to inbound. Needs help, lobs it left wing. Hunt with Snyder in his back pocket. Hunt drives left baseline, hangs in the air, 7-footer wouldn't go, and the help defense, I think Nelson caught him on the arm and a foul call against the Cavemen, and it is Nelson, his third. 7th team foul, so the Eagles are in the bonus, but this is a two-shot opportunity for Tommy Hunt, who's a 53% free throw shooter. First attempt of the night for the righty is on the way, and it is back iron, no good.
Adams has shot in the second half 7 for 10 from the charity stripe, and 2 of those were the technical foul.
I've got the Cavemen only 3 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. Am I close?
You are, you're exactly on it.
It's a miracle. All right, Hunt hits the second free throw. He's got 10 to lead Adams. 53-39 Mishawaka, 7:30 to go in regulation. Man-to-man, full court pressure. Hunt picks up Jones. They'll trap. Looks like at the center stripe. Now they back off. Jones across the line. Bounce pass for Yohe, who didn't cut to the basket. Yohe immediately points to his chest. That's my fault. Arthur had a good read. Maddox just was going the other way.
You start that back cut, you got to complete it because you hang your passer out to dry.
Van missed a baseline running layup. Second chance, middle lane, couldn't get it to go. Rebound Pritchett. Caveman got lucky there. They were not back on defense. Here's Nelson way out front, left wing. One-handed pass right, top of the key, Snyder. Something on the floor as the referee picks it up. Jones left elbow, left corner Yohe. Drives by Love, in the lane, jump stop, layup, missed it from 3 feet. Ball tipped out of bounds by Yohe. It is South Bend Adams basketball.
Maddox got to the basket, just didn't have enough lift to get the ball over the rim, but he did get the ball to the basket hard.
Here is Van dribbling top of the key, got a screen from Love, spin move down the left side of the lane. Nelson blocked the shot, and my goodness, he called a foul after Mishawaka grabbed the ball and was ready to come down the floor. And who did they get? They got Maddox Yohe for his third.
I think the fact that you said that Anthony Nelson blocked the shots, I think that might be the first block Anthony's had this year. And usually when you do that, instead of keeping your arm straight up, you bring your arm down and make it an easy call for the ref.
Free throw by Van, line drive, finds the bottom of the net. He's 4 for 4 tonight. He's got 6 in the game, 12 below his season's average. Now Rasan Johnson back in for Maddox Yohe. Senior night for the Cavemen. Free throw is good by Van. 5 of his 7 points at the free throw line. 6:30 to go, fourth quarter, 53-41, Mishawaka leading Adams. Cavemen into the front court, shooting to the bucket to our left, man-to-man defense for Adams. Jones, right sideline, right next to Bodie Bender, dribbles now near the center stripe. He's on that big maroon M, accelerates forward down the lane, lobs it low block left. Pritchett has it, got hacked, little spinorama, fade away, throw it up on the hoop, and it wouldn't go but a foul. Is that a good description?
Well, yeah, but that's a great description. But at the end of the day, you know you're getting hacked, so you're going to shoot 2. Get it up there. Find a way to get it up there. Arthur with a nice little lob past the coop, and find a way to get it up there and get 2.
Find a way to maybe go up strong.
Yeah,
Instead of a fade away as he makes the free throw.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he could. I think they had a hold of him a little bit, and being a little hard on him, man. Come on.
Second free throw, good.
2 for 2. Like that, Coop.
Pritchett has 9. It's now 55-41 Mishawaka, 6:08 to go in the fourth quarter. I'm just saying what I've heard Coach Bender say, coaching a game. Van goes left corner for Wesson. Wesson works on Snyder. Good defense, Jackson. Forces a turnaround jumper, and he buried it. Wow. From 12 feet, you'll give him that shot. Wesson hit a beauty. He's got 9.
That's a tough shot.
Arthur into the front court, shoves Hunt out of the way. That'll be an offensive foul. Yep, Arthur extended that arm, and Hunt went flying down the lane. And that'll be a foul on the senior, his third.
I mean, I don't think so much of the fact that it's a foul. I think move the ball a little bit and run a little clock.
Adams within striking distance. It's 12 with 5:30 to go. The disadvantage, Adams not a great three-point shooting team. Top of the key, Wesson. Down the left side of the lane, Euro step, takes the shot, wouldn't go. And who did they get the foul on? Rasan Johnson, who was in the vicinity.
Rasan Johnson was in the picture, all right? He was in the picture. But Wesson has a really good quick step and likes to finish it off with a Euro step, and just can't knock that free throw down. I mean, when you get free throws here late in the game and the clock's not moving, you got to knock those down when you're behind 12.
If Adams and Mishawaka play in the sectional, Adams is going to look at the film and say, guys, we got to the bucket. We got into some great scoring areas. We just didn't score. So the game next time could be totally different as the second free throw is made by Wesson. He's got 10. Snyder in the backcourt is fouled by Tolbert.
And really the fact that John Adams is struggling to finish. I mean, Mishawaka's strong inside. Mishawaka can put a body on you and bump you around a little bit without fouling you. Mishawaka's strong and does affect a lot of shots inside.
Seconds left. Duke just hit a 3, 66-62 over Notre Dame.
Oh, my.
Yeah, they almost came back and pulled it off. So Jackson Snyder at the free throw line. He's got 13 tonight.
This could be a career night for. Well, it would be a career night for Jackson.
One in bonus. Free throw, back iron, no. Nelson's got the rebound, middle of the lane. Bounce pass to the left side of the lane. Kind of threw it in the feet of Snyder. Couldn't grab it. Ball out of bounds to Adams.
That's the 10th turnover of this half for the Cavemen. 19th of the game.
They average 12 turnovers a ball game.
12, and so Mishawaka would point to the turnovers in this game if they played again.
And they're getting in good scoring range as Woods. Right baseline 5-footer is good, and it's down to 9 with 5:03 to go. Danger time for Mishawaka as Chad Johnson's team is storming back. We're back in 30 seconds on 96.1 The Ton. Adams is on a major run. Mishawaka's lead is down to 5, and the Eagles have the basketball. They'll bring it the length of the floor. Into the front court. Adams. Here's Van at the top of the key. Oh, he almost stole it. And then
back and over.
Over and back violation. I thought the ball was tipped by Yohe into the backcourt, Coach. I think Mishawaka got away with one. It was right in front of us. The ball was batted in the backcourt by Mishawaka, but they call over and back against Adams.
That's a big play. That's the 5th turnover for Adams in this half. That's a great job of jumping that double by Maddox Yohe and forcing Van to fumble that ball a little bit.
Might have been a big break for Mishawaka. Cavemen get it in. Johnson, left sideline, dribbles to the big maroon M at the center of the floor. Gets by Wesson, dribbles to the free throw line, low block left. Pritchett goes up strong, hangs, and is fouled by Wesson.
That's the premise of the 4-corner offense. Now, that's not the 4-corner offense, but the premise of it is to drive the ball to the free throw line, force help, and hit the big sliding along the baseline. Cooper, did a great job of holding his position. Rashawn Johnson did a great job of kicking it low. Now Cooper at the line, looking to hit a couple.
Back iron on the first. He is now 3 for 4 tonight. 9 points in the ball game, averages 6.4. Right-handed shooter, 3 dribbles, bends the knees, delivers, free throw good. Up to 10 for Pritchett. The lead is 6 for the Cavemen with 3:30 to go in the game, or at least in regulation. Van thought about the 3, drives, right block, runs over Pritchett, offensive foul. That was a good call. They got it right. Van, who had 2 fouls in the first quarter, just picked up his 4th.
That's a great slide over by Coop, knowing what Van wants to do, and Coach Johnson just got banged with a technical foul. Now he's got to sit on the bench. And he's saying, what did I say? What did I say?
And you know what? I don't think Chad's upset about that call. I think he is just frustrated in general.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question of it. And Dean Hubbard goes over to get the AD from Adams. I don't know what's going on down there. But Arthur Jones just buries a free throw.
There's just a little uneasiness in the fan base.
This high school basketball, man. People get excited, right? Come on. It's an exciting game.
Second free throw short for Arthur, so he hits 1 of 2 free throws.
Exciting game. John Adams has played their heart out here and come back. Mishawaka's turned it over a couple times. Now the Cavemen are up 7 with 3:24. I still feel really good about this game.
I almost got a technical calling a college game once. I'll have to tell you that story. You would have been thrilled as the coach with that happen. Johnson backdoor cut Jones, stolen away. Van goes for the dunk. Johnson from behind knocks it away and fouls him. And there's trash talk right now going on under the basket as the Eagles aren't happy with Rashawn blocking that shot, preventing the dunk, as there was a little talking going on. Rashawn did not respond. He walked away.
It's a good job by Rashawn, but here's the deal. I don't want to dunk there. Make the layup and make the 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
And, Coach, I don't need a backdoor pass with a lot of traffic either.
So
at the other end.
Instead of a 3-point play, now Van misses the first free throw and, could get 1 out of it.
Johnson out on the floor. Pritchett, Yohe, Jones, Nelson, Snyder. Free throw, good. Van hit 1 of 2.
I like Jackson Snyder in this game. He's played the best game of his career.
Yep.
I like him in the game.
3:10 to go, 57-51 Mishawaka. Both teams in the double bonus. Possession arrow to Mishawaka. Yes. Jones, low block right, what a feed. Pritchett all by himself, lays it in for 2. He's got 5 in the quarter, 12 in the game, and the lead is up to 8.
Take the ball to the middle, force him to help, find a big.
Woods, right block. Picks up his dribble. Low block. He finds Love. A little turnaround off the back of the rim, and it falls through. Love has 9. Jones, double teamed in the backcourt, is hugged, and a foul call against Adams.
That's assault and battery right there. Arthur, both teams are shooting 2 free throws now, so Arthur will have a chance to add on to his total. And Arthur should score 10 more points at the end of this game now because the ball should be in his hand.
Foul on Woods, his second. You know what I miss, Coach? I got to be on as a fan watching you, Coach. You know what I missed this year? I'll tell you after this free throw. Jones hits the first of two. When you wanted to talk to the official, the finger. Come here. I need to talk to you.
Come here now.
I love that. That was that's when I knew it was time to talk.
That's my signature move. Some guys got something on the dance floor. I got something on the basketball court.
Jones hits both free throws.
Good job, Arthur.
He's got 19, 61-53, Mishawaka, 2:30 to go. Woods spins. 6-footer, right side, off the glass, no good. Got his own rebound, off the glass, no. Snyder had it, stripped by Love. Loose ball down low, layup, Van, good. And the lead is back to 6. Mishawaka 61-55 with 2:14 to go. Full court pressure. Jones for Yohe, brings it across the center stripe. Right sideline, bump by Love. And that'll send Maddox Yohe to the line, a 54% free throw shooter. This will be his first attempt tonight. He'll get 2 shots.
There you go. So when you're bringing the ball up and it's late, I don't like bringing it up on the sideline because the sideline is another defender. Try and keep the ball in the middle of the floor.
Yohe's free throw good, nothing but net. He's got 3.
Maddox has been in these positions a lot of times during his career, and it doesn't matter what your free throw percentage is during the game. It matters what your free throw percentage is at the end of a game. And I would trust Maddox Yohe on the line anytime.
Nelson out, Johnson back in. Mishawaka 63, Adams 55, 2:07 to play in regulation time. Here come the Eagles to our right. Again, they shoot 29% from 3. And I think they only have 1 3 tonight. Hunt, left wing, up top Woods, dribbles free throw line, hangs in the air, pass to the right block, tipped by Snyder, controlled by Pritchett, double teamed, he passes left baseline, knocked away, loose ball inside. Oh my goodness, they called a jump ball. And Woods had the ball, Pritchett tackled him, and they called a jump ball.
Coach Johnson.
That's a horrible call.
Coach Johnson can't even get up.
Oh my goodness! I might just get up on that one.
Yeah, I might say that.
I mean, he tackled him. He never touched the ball.
I know what I would do. I would move my chair closer to the court.
Baseball pass, center stripe. Love jumps and steals it. Left wing, Hunt for 3. No rebound. Yohe has it. Hands it off to Arthur Jones with 1:37 to play. Mishawaka by 8. You don't need to shoot. Run some clock. Yes, Arthur out front. Free throw line, left wing. Johnson, you're going to go in for the layup, and he missed it. Oh, boy. You don't need to shoot. Here comes Adams the other way, and they convert. That's a 4-point swing. Bodie Bender, you can see the frustration. Just hold the ball. The clock is our friend. That's a 4-point swing, and it's now 63-57 Mishawaka with 1:20 to go in regulation time, and the Eagles call a timeout. Each coach has 1 TO remaining.
Well, it's one of those plays where if you are going to take it, make the layup. It was a layup, power move layup. But to your point, back it out and win the game at the free throw line.
I mean, Coach, late quarter situations has been a struggle for this team this year, including at Goshen. That popped up again, and it's not like it's not being stressed. Sometimes you just got to make better decisions on the court.
Yes, you do.
Simple as that.
Yes, you do.
Hey, it's good to have the Caveman Band here tonight, adding a little oomph to the building.
They sound great. When they get the Indian chop going, it takes me back to the wigwam. With the Anderson Indians. That's what I'm sitting here thinking about.
Hopefully one day we can get this building filled up again.
We should.
It rocks. It rocks when it's full. All right, Mishawaka ball leading 63-57 with 1:20 to go in regulation. Adams with full court pressure.
Now watch the long baseball pass here. Mishawaka's going to clear, and they're going long to Arthur.
They inbound it under the bucket to Snyder because Jones took off and everybody was scrambling back. Snyder across the stripe, double team, picks up the dribble on the big M. Lobs it to Yohe, leaps up high, couldn't grab it, and here come the Eagles down 6. Wesson, right corner, Van for three, missed it long. Rebound Pritchett. He's going to bring it down the floor in a hurry to avoid the pressure. Now stops in the front court, spinning and hands it off to Arthur Jones.
The inability to make a three-point play or to make a three-point shot has hurt Adams, obviously.
Oh, boy. Mishawaka doesn't need to shoot. Now they come back outside with 44 to play. They're up by 6, and now Hunt knocks the ball out of Jones' hands at the right sideline.
So I like that. Arthur was right in front of Bodie Bender, and Bodie was explaining to him as the play was going what to do. I like that.
Inbound to Arthur with 42. Adams has to foul right away.
You shoot some free throws, Art. Don't push off.
Well, they're not fouling. Arthur's hooking Hunt. No call. He's in the lane, kicks it right wing. Yohi, why is Adams not fouling? Jones, right sideline, now is finally fouled. Chad Johnson was screaming for his team to foul, and it took him 8 or 9 seconds to execute. 27 on the clock. The lead is 6 for Mishawaka, and Jones to the free throw line. 3 out of 4 in tonight's game.
We can ice this now, Arthur. Ice this game and stop the bleeding for the Cavemen and get a much-deserved win tonight.
This would make it a 3-possession game with 27.4 seconds to go. Free throw is good by Arthur, who has reached the 20-point mark tonight on senior night. And gets a pat on the back from fellow senior Maddox Yohe. 64-57 Mishawaka. The righty, Arthur Jones, gets that right foot near the charity stripe. Left foot a little back, fires, back iron, no. Pritchett the rebound, lost control, picks it back up, double teamed and fouled. Wesson.
It's just a great effort by Coop.
Woods.
That's a great effort by Coop to find that missed free throw, get himself back on the line, and knock in a couple more points. What, he's got 12 now?
Well, and that was the situation. Adams wasn't very aggressive in boxing out, so he just kind of walked right around him. And now the righty shoots the free throw, missed it short.
Got to make these, Coop.
(64-57) Cavemen with 23.9 seconds to go. Second free throw on the way. Got it to go. 6 in the quarter, 13 in the game for Cooper Pritchett. Adams in a hurry, 20 to go. Left corner, Pritchett knocks it away. Ball goes off Van's hands, out of bounds. It is Cavemen basketball. Dangerous play because they could have called a foul, stopping the clock, but it paid off. And the Cavemen have the ball up 8 with 18 seconds left. A dangerous play that worked out.
Yeah, no, so you say dangerous play, but Mishawaka had the play diagnosed. John Adams tried to push it up the sideline, get a quick three. Mishawaka was there, did a nice job defensively. This has been a nice win for the Cavemen.
Much needed. This was one of those nights. It could have been the ugliest win in the world, and you don't care. You had to get back in the win column to halt the 3-game losing streak, in particular after the way you played against Northwood on Friday.
Well, and you haven't played great. You've committed 25 turnovers. And John Adams just hasn't been able to make a three to make you pay for that.
And in case Cavemen fans are wondering, you're a good counter, so 25 is 25.
Yeah, no, if I can give him 24, I would. But.
Inbound to Snyder with 15 on the clock. They're in the backcourt. Lobs it right sideline. Johnson brings it across the stripe. Adams will now foul with 9.6 seconds left. Mishawaka leads 65-57, and some free throws for Rashawn Johnson. He's 1 for 1 tonight, 66% on the season.
Rashawn looks like he's just kind of out of this a little bit. Hasn't been very sharp in this basketball game today. This will make him feel good to knock 2 in here at the end of this game.
The first by Rashawn, front rim, wouldn't fall through. Rashawn has 5 of the game, averages 9.2. Second free throw is up, and it's good. 66-57 Mishawaka, 7 seconds left. Woods, right wing 3, missed it long, rebound Arthur Jones. He throws the ball in the air, and that is a Mishawaka Cavemen senior night victory. Final score, Mishawaka 66, Adams 57. The Eagles really made the Cavemen earn it in the second half. And I'm glad I wrote the score down. It's already off the scoreboard. 66-57 is the Mishawaka victory. The Cavemen are now 15-5. The Eagles are 7-12. We'll add up some numbers from tonight's game and pass them along in just a couple of moments. Final score, Mishawaka 66, Adams 57. This is Caveman basketball at 96.1 The Ton.